Hello everyone, this is my no damage run of Silent Hill 2. Action level is hard. Riddle level is also hard.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
So for the opening sequence, obviously there's not too terribly much to talk about. And by not too terribly much to talk about, I mean, yeah, really nothing at all. So this whole section is just leading all the way up to right before the first enemy encounter. So probably going to remain quiet up until then.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your
No,
problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
So I guess the first thing that I should talk about, by now you've probably noticed that there's an annoying jitter in the video. So the annoying jitter, I played this on the PS2 version, and the PS2 outputs in 480i. So the video is interlaced. I ran it through an OSSC. So this is RGB quality through an OSSC, it's not the PC version. And the deinterlacing on the OSSC causes the video to kind of bob up and down if you scale the video down, but if you put the video in full screen, then it should display properly. So just keep that in mind. I picked up the chainsaw even though I'm not really supposed to pick up the chainsaw. This is a new game playthrough and not a New Game Plus playthrough. I just did that because I was recording the segments for this run while I was on Twitch, and I just wanted to play around with some things while I wasn't actively recording segments. Whether it's James raising the chainsaw and screaming like a maniac, or whether it's experimenting with some areas, trying to figure out the best way to not take damage, and incidentally that involves taking damage. So that's the thing that those are just things that kind of happened outside of these recordings. By the way, I did do this with saves. It is not a saveless run. Mad props to the person, the madman, who decides to do it without saves, but I have opted to not do so. Because it's actually pretty aggravating. It's actually pizza sauce, James, you idiot. Angela did say it was dangerous after all. Ah, but what are the state of those saves? I saved them on my memory card, and then I tried the segments over and over again until I got them right. So the reason I made that save there was because it's actually a little bit difficult to do melee on the first enemy. The first patient demon, you have to kill it in order to move forward. So the first patient demon, we just kind of hold R1, move around it in circles. Well, R2 by default. But we just hold the button and try to strafe around it. Try not to get puked on. And for some reason, James is like not walking on. I'm not sure what that audio glitch there was. But it never happened again.
Oh, yeah. This thing broken? What the?
I better take it anyway. I might need it.
Oh dang, I just realized I was recording this in mono. Oops. Oh well, it's okay. Whenever I record the commentary for the next part, so I gotta make sure that I put it in stereo. It's not like directional audio was actually important for the first two segments anyway. Anyway, moving along to the apartment building. Trying to pick up as many supplies as we can. I didn't actually need to pick up as many supplies as I could. I just kind of felt like it. Yeah, man. It's just like the late night Toonami things We're presenting it in full rich mono. Stereo is vastly overrated. In hard mode, there's cockroaches running around. Just like kind of keep your distance. You shouldn't have to worry about the cockroach actually homing in on you or anything. The reason we stay far to the right, going toward the corpse with the key, is because there's a patient demon under the van. Obviously, I do this whole playthrough without taking a hit, but if you, the person who is watching this video for a reference, wants to do so, you can take as many hits as you like. Just make sure you got enough health. Gonna start the apartment building section by going to the second floor, then go a few doors down. Got no flashlight yet. After this stretch of tile over here, there's gonna be another little blip of tile, and then it's the first door after that. Cockroaches actually do not attack you as long as you have your flashlight turned off. So consequently, that means I run around with my flashlight turned off a lot of the time. Also in hard mode, James has a propensity to just sort of hit the wall out of nowhere. As in literally, he pretends there's like a brick wall in front of him, and he just slams into it. I'm not exactly sure why this is, but he's just more likely to bump into things. Hard mode is actually a lot more tedious than it actually is fun. As you can see, there was literally no reason for him to bump into that. So we got the handgun in the shopping cart. We'll need that in order to beat Pyramid Head. In general, we shouldn't have to worry about killing enemies most of the time.
Ow! Hey, wait! Damn it.
Yeah, that's right, James. That little fucking kid took you to the own zone. What are you gonna do? There's our good buddy, Mr. Pyramid Head.
Who could have?
Once we have the key to room 202, the enemies respawn in here. Just keep the flashlight turned off. Kind of move the other way a little bit, kind of expecting the enemies to kind of move a tad. We can't unlock doors unless we turn on the flashlight. So we can't always run around in the dark. But in general, as long as you run past enemies and don't stop while the flashlight is turned off, they will not attack you. You can still open doors with the flashlight turned off, you just can't unlock them if you have the key to unlock the door. Once we use the clock key here. I think the solution to the puzzle is the same on all three difficulties, but Henry is the hour hand, Mildred is the minute hand, and Scott is the second hand. So you just have to pay attention to the positions of the hands, where they go. Pretty sure the solution is hour hand on 9. It's like between 9:05 to 9:10 on the clock. Pretty sure this is our save right here. Yeah, it is. So this section should lead all the way up to Pyramid Head. Rather, I should say right before Pyramid Head. Shut off the light. Door 1. Door 2. It's actually after the second enemy. The door after the second enemy. That may or may not be a hint for how you're supposed to handle that fight. Almost forgot to grab the courtyard key. Whoops. So once that's done, just keep the flashlight off, except when we need to grab the fire escape key. Then there's more handgun bullets right there. Shut the light back off. Just hug the right wall. Allows us to slip right past all of the patient demons. I gotta say, trying to use 2D movement controls on hard mode is really, really obnoxious. I probably spent a good 10 minutes just bumping into walls here alone. Doesn't surprise me. So going to the courtyard out here, there's a baby carriage that has one of the coins that we need for the desk puzzle in the other apartment building. Sort of straddle the outside of the area, then we're going to sit by this beach chair over here. Pool chair, beach chair, pool chair. I'll let you decide whatever that is. So by chilling out around the beach chair long enough, we managed to group all of the patient demons up onto that corner. Then we can go directly down the stairs, grab the coin that is sitting in the baby carriage, and then head right back out the way we came. Unfortunately, the light turns on the second you enter a dark area. So we aggroed the enemies pretty much immediately.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
So we pretty much had to go see Eddie in order for the Angela cutscene to trigger. I don't know if we had to do that in order to be able to go into the room or not. I'm actually not even sure what event trigger that hits. Sorry, I'm currently having, I have a very needy cat trying to get into my lap right now. Ow! Yo, what the hell? Gotta get her nails trimmed. So by putting the canned juice in the chute, we're able to get the other coin. We just move right on this way. There's a bit of lag here. I have no idea why. So we're gonna grab this old fucking wallet out of this old shit-filled toilet. You can see the solution is there. The V's are 5s, and you just add them up. So like VV is 10. That means the first part of the combination is 15. The second is 20. Wait, no. 28 too. Dang it! It happened too fast. Whatever. All you need to know is that the letters correspond to Roman numerals. and that you have to turn it in the order that it tells you to. Turn it in the direction it tells you to. Then we take the stairs, go down. And the final coin is in the room with Angela, so I'm just gonna hug the wall here. Don't go as far as that mannequin yet. Or ever, for that matter. There's handgun bullets on the couch.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. I'm sorry. I've been bad. Please don't.
Yeah, so I don't really know a whole lot. about Silent Hill 2's lore, so I can't really comment on it. All you need to know is that Angela was a sufferer of sexual abuse. The old man coin goes in slot 2. The snake coin goes in slot 3. And the prisoner coin goes in slot 5. Slots 1 and 3 are empty on hard riddle. So apparently the whispers here were actually the result of one of the voice actors leaving their microphone on. In the recording booth. So next up is our encounter with Pyramid Head. Also, I messed up when I was talking about where the coins go, and the snake was supposed to go in slot 4. My bad. What we want to do there is sort of nudge up a little bit, sort of let them attack, but miss completely because it's too dark. Pyramid Head takes something like 50 shots on the hardest difficulty. But you can just sort of stand right where you are and just keep firing for 2-3 clips. But after the gun runs dry, that's when you want to leave. Don't stop to reload. You can see Pyramid Head start to go slow, and then when it starts to move faster, a little bit faster, that's when you want to immediately get ready to dodge. So it took me about, what, like 45, 50 bullets? I missed a few shots. Just once the siren starts to sound, don't get too close to Pyramid Head. Otherwise, it will try to cleave you. If Pyramid Head cleaves you, then it is an instant death. I wish I was able to play the PC version, because the PC version actually looks a lot nicer.
You! It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Wait! How do you know Mary's name?
I suppose the PC version needs a lot of fixes to work. Personally, I ran out of patience trying to get the PC version going, so that's why I wound up going with the PS2 version. And besides that, on my channel I kind of like to play a wide variety of different versions of games. And I usually like to do my no damage runs on the first release of the game where possible. Kind of starting to wish I did all this on normal mode.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
You're really not Mary.
I told you, I'm Maria.
Sorry. I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She says she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
Well, there's the hotel too, I guess. The one on the lake? I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel. Yeah, it's still there. So the hotel was your special place, huh? I'll bet it was. Don't get so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right? Huh. Or maybe you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
So in case you are wondering, for the purposes of this playthrough, I actually am counting Maria damage as damage. Maria does not take damage throughout this playthrough. The whole Maria escort mission is not very long, thankfully. I had a previous attempt at the no damage playthrough of this game before end because I didn't pick up the metal pipe, and you need the metal pipe in order to cheese Eddie. There's some handgun bullets there, and some handgun bullets here too. Just all of the handgun bullets.
I'll wait here. I hate bowling.
I didn't come here to play, you know.
Hurry back, okay?
Yeah, it's just a mechanic to keep Maria from actually appearing alongside other characters.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Huh! You're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
I thought you said the cops were after you.
No, I just ran because I was scared. I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you were sorry? Well, I guess I run away a lot too.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me. Did you find the lady you were looking for? What's her name? Mary?
Eddie?
Oh, you're...
James. We met in the apartment building?
Yeah, I remember, but...
Are you alone here, Eddie?
No.
Bye-bye.
Wait! Come back! Eddie, let's go after her.
Huh? Laura? But why?
Laura. Is that her name?
That's what she said.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
She said she was fine by herself. She said a fatso like me would just slow her down.
Forget you.
So I think what's going on is Maria, obviously Maria is a figment of James's subconscious. Laura and Eddie are actual people, which is why they can appear in the same
Did the
area.
little girl run out of here?
Yeah, she was too fast for me. Aren't you gonna go after her?
Obviously there's something really off about Eddie. But we can't really figure it out yet.
She went through there.
Is there any other way?
Yeah, there is. Right through there.
It's no good. It's locked.
Maria has keys to the strip club, and she keeps them all in very suggestive places. Sometimes you can bump into Maria down there if you're not careful. I don't know if that affects the ending that you get or not, if you bump into her on accident.
Over there!
But then again, Laura and Maria just appeared in the same place. Not really sure how to explain that. Getting the map there, I guess just to demonstrate where the map is. Gonna go into this room and grab the purple bull key. File over here talks about a patient named Joseph. I don't know if it's like Joseph Schreiber from Silent Hill 4 or what. This segment we'll be doing the entire normal hospital, not like the Netherworld hospital. First up, headed to 3rd floor. The nurses here are pretty tricky, so we have to be ready to pop her 4 times, and then literally as soon as she goes down, just walk up and kick her. Then on hard mode, the password there is 1328.
James. Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
You should rest.
So comfy.
I'm gonna go look for her. For Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
That was a bit tricky, but I had to basically hold right as soon as I loaded out of the room with Maria, and same with the door leading to the stairwell. I decided to go ahead and drop off Maria in the room so that we can just get her out of our presence, and she is no longer a distraction. You only need to kick the nurses once in order to kill them. get the examination room key from the doctor's coat. You don't actually need the examination room key. But I got it because it's extra shotgun shells. Speaking of which, I got a shotgun.
Ow.
There's an extra bit of dialogue here if you bring Maria with you, but just take the bent needle. The bent needle is kind of floating a little bit, actually. So some tricks for firing off the screen. If James locks onto the enemy, like if you press R1 and James immediately points his gun forward, then he's locked onto the enemy. Turn off the flashlight here to head into room M2 on the second floor so that we can get the lapis eye key and the second box of shotgun shells here. Well, first box of shotgun shells, I should say. We'll go in here and check to see what the pad combination is. The number pad combination is 6583. This changes every time you start a new game. I don't know if you can actually avoid Pyramid Head on the rooftop or not, but I don't count the damage from that cutscene. Cutscene damage does not count in a no damage run. Wasn't I saying something before I got sidetracked? Oh, right. James will point his gun forward if he's locked onto an enemy. But if not, then he's not locked onto an enemy. You should probably move a little more. But also, once James sort of pitches his gun downward while shooting an enemy, that's when you can run up to it and stomp it. In general, I like to hold R1 and L1 at the same time while I'm trying to shoot things, because it keeps the camera in a more favorable position most of the time. Since we got the rooftop key, we're going to go ahead and go to the roof. Because we have everything that we needed from the second floor. Just gotta walk forward a little bit. Walk towards the gate over here. Let's hear the grinding. Just walk right on back. This cutscene puts you into 1 HP no matter what, so there's nothing you can do about it. I do not count this damage. So that's really tough to actually figure out what the combination lock code is. Once again, checking for James to aim forward. I decided to just sort of down them, but not kick them, because it takes a while for them to get back up. Wow, I actually have to turn down the volume quite a bit in order to be able to talk. But in situations like this, where they're like one-on-one, it's pretty easy to shoot them all one by one. So 6583 for the padlock. And that number, the first number could have been a 2, a 3, or a 7, but I'm pretty sure in this case it was a 7. So the combination wound up being 7996. Fortunately, you can sort of fumble through numbers on the combination lock until you get the right one. But that solution was pretty obnoxious. I have no idea how many permutations of the combination lock puzzle there are. Combining the hair with the bent needle. Then we get the elevator key. Headed down to the first floor. We're gonna head to room C4. Did it say C4 on both those doors, or am I tripping? Because technically this room should be C3, right? Also gonna grab the ammo in there. We're gonna equip the shotgun for the boss coming up.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
Fine, don't believe me.
But last year, Mary was already... I'm sorry, Laura. Anyway, let's go. We can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I? Wait! There's something I gotta get.
Later, okay?
But it's really important.
What is it?
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I wanna go get it. Is that okay?
Yes! Yes!
Come on, hurry up.
Is it in there?
How does that kid have so many keys to places in Silent Hill?
Yeah, in the back.
What are you doing, Laura?
It's further back in the desk.
Laura! What
are you doing?
Ha ha. I tricked you.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Huh? Do ya? What's the magic word?
Laura?
Okay, I guess I won't open it. I think I'll just leave you like this.
You snotty little brat! Open up!
Why, you...
Laura?
You hurt me!
God, I hate Laura so much. So the best way to handle this fight is to try to stay as far away from these guys as possible and just like kind of shoot at them from the opposite corner. They're gonna bump around each other a lot in an attempt to put themselves in a trajectory that is going to be directly in your way. They like to flank the player, I think. They're actually not unlike the Twin Pyramid Head battle at the end of the game. Now that I look at it. They take a pretty solid number of shotgun shells to kill, though. Kind of trolling right there. If you go a little too far away, then they can't really see you, so... I don't know if you can do this fight without the flashlight or not. But I sort of do this specifically to aggro them over. So that's one down. Once one is dead, then you can just sort of do one-on-one for the rest of them. I switched to the handgun over here because handgun actually does a pretty decent job of keeping them in hit stun. And they're also good at finishing off the hangers individually. I forget what they're called. They're called hangers, right? I think they are. On normal mode, they take 3 shots or 6 shots each. I don't actually know. I think it's like 3 shots each, or 4 shots. Just barely finished off that one. Flesh lips, that's what they're called. Some shotgun shells on the floor. Go ahead and reload those and re-equip the handgun. And make another save here at the start of the Netherworld Hospital. Loading in. Netherworld Hospital. Pretty sure all the doors on the first floor of the Netherworld Hospital are locked, so gonna go second floor. Flashlight off. Kick her pretty much as soon as she goes down, but it's the last door on the left. It's the first door we're gonna go through. Get a first aid kit, some handgun bullets, the dry cell battery, and the basement storeroom key. Just kind of healing ourselves from the Pyramid Head cutscene earlier. Also, every time you kill an enemy on hard mode, there's roughly a 50% chance that they will respawn, just as pissed off as they were before. So pretty much every time I come through here, I'm just gonna keep shooting. Just gonna keep killing them, because there is pretty much a guarantee that there's going to be fewer of them on the return trip, especially because we do have to make a return trip through there. Go through the staircase over here, go down to the lowest possible level.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I
Then
just...
stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
Down this ladder is the copper ring. which is one of 2 rings that we need to enter the staircase that will lead us out of the hospital. Now that we have Maria, we can go grab the other one, which is stuck in a refrigerator on the 2nd floor. If we've been killing nurses on the way, then there should be fewer nurses. Hopefully. The nurses in that room generally kind of hang out on the other side, so they're not directly in the way, but I'm going to need to come back in that general direction. There's another nurse still alive there. A little disconcerting. There's handgun bullets and an ampoule. I accidentally skipped the cutscene, but it basically tells the solution to a little bonus puzzle that gives you a lot of supplies.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
So now that we have the other ring, gonna go solve the bonus puzzle, then make a quick save, because the escape from the hospital is a bit of a pain in the ass to nail the no damage for. The handgun is still the best weapon to use against nurses. Once again, take advantage of James's aiming animations off the screen. Hitting R1, he's gonna lock. There's the lock. James aims down. Nurse jiggles a little bit. We're gonna kick her and just check for the position of the other one. We actually don't need to kill this nurse because the door we need to go to, we just passed. Just kind of killing this one for posterity because sometimes nurses are pretty finicky like that, and I had no idea where she was going to respawn once we exited the room, so. First aid kit, handgun bullets, shotgun shells, and then once we do this over here, solution is 313. Metric shit ton of shotgun shells and ampoules. As I said, no telling when or where nurses are going to respawn. And that one just spawned right over there. Just gonna save my game now. So next up, leaving the hospital. Third floor, there's the door right next to the elevator. We're going to use the copper key and the lead key. We're going to have the handgun equipped. It's a little RNG whether Maria takes damage here or not. We have to stand in a very specific spot to trigger Pyramid Head's spawn, so just trying to get Maria to actually like walk over here. Trying to push Maria down just a little bit. Pyramid Head's a little slow there, but as long as we have ammunition in the clip, we can come around the corner and shoot Pyramid Head through the grating. And that's just enough space for Maria to pop through.
Open up!
Yeah, you're probably going to witness your wife's death roughly 7,000 more times, James. Poor bastard. Places to go. How does Laura move around Silent Hill so easy? Anyone's guess. I made another save here so that I could walk around and collect items, even though I didn't really need to collect said items. Basically, I just, like, kind of wanted to make sure that I had everything that I could get ammo-wise, so that I wasn't bumbling around in case I messed up on my routing somewhere. There's some shotgun shells over here. I think the only other time that I wind up using shotgun shells is against the abstract daddy later. Nurses in the streets. Just shut off the flashlight and run around them. There's an ampoule next to those handgun bullets too. Rifle shells. 2 boxes of shotgun shells. Then there's a tree with a couple more boxes of bullets, rifle shells, and handgun bullets. Just got away from that nurse right in the nick of time. Kind of hug the wall over here. Two more boxes of handgun bullets. There's a couple of health drinks directly to the right that I just passed, in case you wanted to grab them for yourself. Though I imagine if you're following along, you're probably spamming the map button over and over again. It's okay. I say this because I did too, a lot, when I played this game. It's a very confusing game to find point A and point B. If I hadn't been speedrunning this game for a while, then I probably wouldn't know where I was going. I'm gonna go ahead and save in the trailer coach over here. From here, we're going to go to from the motorhome to the Silent Hill Historical Society. Oh hey, wasn't I supposed to change this to stereo like 7 parts ago? Oops. Well, that's okay. I guess this whole playthrough is in full rich mono. Full rich mono. There wasn't even a wall there, James. What the fuck? What even was that? Okay. There's rifle ammo on either side of Happy Burger. There's also an extra med kit, just in case. Another case of handgun bullets. couple of shotgun shells on those stairs, but obviously be really careful with the nurse. Kind of take an arc around her. Got a little turned around here. I did this all in one take, I think. Because I didn't want to practice something as stupid as picking up items. The whole reason that I made these saves was so that I could go back and check the strategy guide and see where all the items were. Yeah, I still use strategy guides, so what? Two boxes of handgun bullets and more shotgun shells. Definitely could have eliminated all these pickups. I don't think I even needed to go for the handgun bullets or the shotgun shells there. There were a lot that I could have eliminated in general. I think I might go do this run again someday. I just kind of wanted to get the enemy strats down. Now we got the wrench. Read ourselves yet another letter. I have no idea who wrote that letter. Kind of keep zigzagging around until we find more handgun bullets that we aren't really going to need. Also, a lot of enemies seem to fall from the sky in Silent Hill 2. This game is pretty weird like that. I don't know if they're falling from the buildings or falling from the sky. Health drink, more rifle shells. Gonna need to pick up as many rifle shells as we can, specifically for Eddie. Or not for Eddie, but for the Twin Pyramid Head fight at the end of the game. There's no cutscenes in this segment. Speaking of Eddie, I could go for some street pizza right now. Some real pizza. I think I might actually have some for dinner. Not a bad idea. Kind of staying to the left of this road here so that we can cut through an alleyway. Which will take us through the hotel, motel, and out into Rosewater Park. Well, you kind of had the right idea, James. But see, James didn't really lock his gun onto the enemy. The reason I decided to shoot that nurse so that we can get 2 more boxes of shotgun shells. Still pretty useful, I guess. Except not really that useful. I actually think the shotgun is like one of the crappier weapons in the game. I'm gonna dig and use the wrench to get the Historical Society key. In general, whenever I do no damage runs, there's always a very specific weapon to use against very specific enemies. And the shotgun actually has very few uses. aside from a few bosses. On standard enemies, the shotgun is a little far away to actually be doing anything useful against said enemies. But now that we have this, we're just gonna be walking for a while. Personally, I'm a fan of keeping the radio off because I'm not really a fan of the ambient noise, especially while I'm trying to talk. It takes a while to run down this road to the Historical Society. If anyone has any donations to read, please feel free to read them. Greetings from Germany. Long-time viewer, first-time donator. Compared to Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2 actually has a lot of dead space. I'm just now coming to realize there's an awful lot of enemies, but you don't really need to talk about how to dodge any of them if they're like miles away. There is a map here. This is just circled Pete's Bolorama. Like, who literally goes this far down the road to miss Pete's Bolorama? The Pete's Bolorama cutscene. I guess that's just there as like a gesture of kindness if you happen to not be going near Pete's Bolorama. In general, Silent Hill 2 is a very linear game, because all the doors, or all the keys only unlock one door, and there's generally only one set path that you go through. I think the game is just generally designed to get the player lost. So there's Pyramid Head, and there's... I don't even know what's going on with those people hanged in those boxes. I got a little turned around. The save room is actually in the previous room. Man, I should have gone for the rebirth ending in this run, but I didn't. We got the Maria ending. So the Historical Society building. It sure is an interesting Historical Society building. Interesting in that it literally has a staircase descending straight to hell. Complete with something mooing really loud. Moo. I don't even... Knock knock. Who's there? An interrupting cow. So once again, we face off against our arch nemesis, cockroaches. We gotta make sure our flashlight is turned off for said cockroaches. That probably wasn't a cow. It probably was a boat horn, maybe. So the whole reason that I made this save over here was for the roach room, which is coming up in a couple of rooms. We're at the bottom of this well here. Unfortunately, no lassie to get us out of here. Spot where James says, "Huh, this is different." That's where we smack it with our steel pipe. Once again, shutting off the flashlight, probably a good thing. Head directly to the right. First door on the right. And the first door on the right here. So here's the trick to avoiding damage in the roach room, right? We're going to go over to the flashlight, we're going to hit the power switch and turn it off. Then we're going to combine the battery, or use the battery. The roaches will not hit you, but they will keep spawning from the wall, right? If the roaches, you can see two different kinds of roaches. There's roaches that are just kind of sliding to the left and right repeatedly. Those aren't actually roaches. The roaches that can actually damage you are the ones that are like kind of squirming around on the floor. So once you see no more of those on the floor, you can take your chances with the key combinations. Then just sort of turn it back off if you fail. But I already knew the solution to the puzzle in advance, having retried this segment a few times. But you can definitely stomp the roaches while the flashlight is off. They're one of the few enemies that you can actually stomp while the flashlight is off. Wow, a lot of bass.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. Pow. You killed him? But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh yeah? Why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie.
I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here, honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
You're going out there alone?
Yeah.
Eddie!
That smells like so much bullshit. Anywhoozin, there's the tablet of the gluttonous pig. How fitting. Just gonna save our game here. This next section will be going through the prison leading up to the labyrinth. We gotta collect 3 plates. And also 3 other items in order to exit the area. So we're gonna hit the door before, just right before that straitjacket patient. Always run around them with the flashlight turned off. As long as they can't react, you can just sort of bully your way around them with the flashlight turned off. I hope you guys are able to see. It's about one of the unfortunate things about playing Silent Hill is everything is so damn dark. So there's the wax doll. It's like one of the first items we need. Actually was not supposed to go out that door quite so soon. But we got the second plate in the shower. Now we're gonna go over to get the third plate. This room over here. Jabba the Hutt won't let us out. What even is this monster? It's just saying, like, ritual. Haven't even figured it out. But anywho's, go through the door. Just kind of keep going as straight as possible until we hit the guillotine, the gallows over here. Gonna hit combine and use all 3 here. The combine function in Silent Hill works a little differently compared to Resident Evil, in that you don't really combine anything, it just allows you to use 3 items at once without leaving the inventory, which is kind of convenient. Once again, flashlight off, you just squeeze around the patient. If for whatever reason they get in the way, the shotgun is a good idea. Actually, that was the wrong visitation room. We're supposed to go through this one. Goodness me, I wonder what smashed out of that visitation room. Ooh, he vomited. He puked. All because I didn't have the flashlight turned off. He puked again. That was some risky business. So we're gonna go down here, squeeze by the patient demon over here, into this room, which is an armory. We got rifle shells, shotgun shells, handgun bullets. Turn off the flashlight again, get through here. In general, I opt to keep the flashlight turned off as opposed to fighting enemies, just simply because of how clunky the combat is. Very intentional on the developer's part. Then we're going to combine the lighter, the wax doll, and the horseshoe. Once that wax dries, we are able to make a makeshift handle. Just jump down another deep hole. I don't know what the deal is with all these fucking holes, man. Lots of corpses, lots of chutes. That was a fun little FOV trick there. The developers of this game seem to be really fond of cutscenes where the FOV is adjusted on the fly. field of view is such a funny thing. In each corner of the elevator, there's some supplies, handgun bullets, shotgun shells, rifle shells, a first aid kit. This elevator ride is gonna take a little bit. I'd say the labyrinth is probably one of the more annoying sections of the game if you do not know exactly where to go. Who built this fucking place, right? So while I do not use the Great Knife throughout the course of this playthrough, I decided to pick it up anyway, just because I wanted to pick up every weapon I could to experiment with enemies, just in case I needed to. Generally, guns in Silent Hill, sometimes they have some pretty shit recovery times, especially the rifle, especially the, sniper rifle, or sorry, the rifle, the shotgun, S. Sniper rifle and shotgun both start with an S, I'm sorry. So 4 shots take this guy down, and another 4 shots take this guy down. Just sort of kick them while they're down. But I didn't want to keep the flashlight on too close for the first mannequin, or not mannequin, first patient demon. So I kind of got lucky with the solution to this puzzle here. It's completely randomized on hard riddle, but I just sort of tilted it down and got the correct pattern to be able to go down the stairs.
You're alive! Maria, I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Maria? That thing, it stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator, and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before. Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that?
Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So, you're Maria?
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Come and get me. I can't do anything through these bars.
Okay. Stay right there. I'll be there soon.
After this cutscene, there's a set of pliers randomly in this fuse box. Thing sure does spark a lot. Turning off the flashlight just to make sure that nothing is waiting for me around the corner, even though I didn't hear anything, radio or otherwise. Yay, the radio's off. I actually think that the radio is obnoxiously sensitive anyway. Wow, did I just cancel that? Yo, I canceled him puking. How the fuck did that happen? I had no idea I could interrupt that. I should probably start using distinctive terms cancel and interrupt. Cancel referring to animations, interrupt referring to stopping an enemy from attacking or something similar. Anyway, around the corner, there's just gotta keep the flashlight turned off. Keep that gun reloaded because there is a lot of stuff to kill. And you don't want to be caught with 0 bullets. Once James points his gun down, that's when you gotta stop shooting. You gotta walk up to them and kick them in the butt. Or the head, or just walk past them, I don't know. That actually kind of spooked me, I'm not gonna lie, because the second they start rattling around and crawling on the ground really fast, that's when they can start damaging you. So it makes the patient demons actually kind of scary. And here's our next save before Abstract Daddy. Man, the imagery in this room. Anyway, so we're gonna run over to the top left corner, and basically every 2 shots we're going to start moving again. After the 4th shot, we want to actually like swing back around in front of the TV, downward. Gotta go into the menu to reload, and then buffer the shot off screen, because you still have control while the camera is fading in. Takes 8 shotgun shells, and Abstract Daddy is dead.
Are you okay? Angela, relax.
Don't order me around!
I'm not trying to order you.
So what do you want then? Oh, I see. You're trying to be nice to me, right? I know what you're up to. It's always the same. You're only after one thing.
No, that's not true at all.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead and say it. Or you could just force me. Beat me up like you always did. You only care about yourself anyway. You disgusting pig.
Angela.
Don't touch me! You make me sick. You said your wife Mary was dead, right?
Yes. She was ill.
Liar! I know about you. You didn't want her around anymore. You probably found someone else.
That's ridiculous. I never.
Yeah, this is not a very happy room to be in. It is actually a very well-designed room, just well-designed in that it is very, very unsettling. Oh, oops, I accidentally talked to chat. My bad. So the hard mode riddle here, we have to choose the person who was hanged for a specific crime, and on hard mode, said crime is counterfeiting. Pistons! They're called pistons. But yeah, you find the counterfeiter, and then you go back to the room with the nooses, and you choose the one that the counterfeiter was hanging on. Then we go all the way back to the man who was hung for counterfeiting and grab the handcuff key off of him. Now we're going to equip the iron pipe in preparation for the Eddie fight. You use the key of the persecuted to unlock the handcuff. And after this is like one more cutscene before Eddie.
Maria? Maria? Maria, no! What happened to you? Why? Why? Mary.
Now we have reached the literal end of the labyrinth. A few more supplies to pick up, if you so choose. I'm just looking for rifle rounds and shotgun shells and whatnot. And after this is the Eddie fight. Yeah, that's right, James. That's your grave. You're next. Before the save, it looks like I forgot to pick up these shotgun shells. Well, actually, I didn't see them before. But all these graves, like one is for James, one is for Eddie, one is for Angela. We gotta make sure that we have the pole equipped before we enter the door. And we do. Hold R1, hold X.
Eddie? What are you doing?
What does it look like? He always busted my balls. You fat, disgusting piece of shit. You make me sick. Fat ass, you're nothing but a waste of skin. You're so ugly, even your mama don't love you. Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead. And the corpse can't laugh. From now on, if anyone makes fun of me, I'll kill him. Just like that.
Eddie, have you gone nuts?
I knew it. You too. You're just like him, James.
Hey, I didn't mean anything.
Don't bother. I understand. You've been laughing at me all along, haven't you? Ever since we first met. I'll kill you, James!
So yeah. Hold R1, hold X. James will just overhead stun loop Eddie the whole time. Because this pipe's got itself some range. Yeah, get out of here, lard ass. And before we go open the next room, we're gonna equip the great knife. I totally lied about not using the great knife.
Do you know what it does to you, James? When you're hated, picked on, spit on, just because of the way you look, after you've been laughed at your whole friggin' life. That's why I ran away after I killed the dog. Ran away like a scared little girl. Yeah, I killed that dog. It was fun. It tried to chew its own guts out. Finally died all curled up in a ball. Then he came after me. I shot him too, right in the leg. He cried more than the dog. He's gonna have a hard time playing football on what's left of that knee.
You think it's okay to kill people? You need help, Eddie.
Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. You and me are the same. We're not like other people. Don't you know that? Let's party!
So, gonna strafe a little bit. And just kind of get lucky with the great knife, really. If you stand in this position, Eddie is a lot more likely to just punch the meat instead of punch you. Eddie is a pretty broken boss. Cheese for cheese, I always say.
Eddie? Eddie? I killed a human being. A human being. Mary. Did you really die 3 years ago?
He was actually beating his meat. I didn't actually take a hit during that fight. Eddie just beat the meat. It's really, really hard to resist making a meat beating joke during the fight. What's coming up here is the infamous boating scene. You know, I actually didn't really check how fast I did this. But literally all we have to do is get the boat to turn right, and then we gotta row towards the light. So on hard action level, each stick controls an oar. I think you have to turn counterclockwise for the right oar to turn the boat to the right, and then you have to like sort of move them both inward. No. It's clockwise to get the oar to turn right, to turn the boat right, and then it's counterclockwise for both sides to actually get the boat moving. Now I remember. This sucked. I never want to do this again. I think in order to get the 10-star ending, or the 10-star rank, you have to complete this in like a certain amount of time. I think you have to do it like perfectly. $80 seconds is the time that was mentioned in chat. So before any enemies spawn, I'm gonna go over here. We can open this door. Take out these mannequins. 5 shots, kick, same as like every other monster in the game. Rifle shells, handgun bullets, lots of. Then we're gonna go downstairs while there are still no enemies. There's our can of thinner. Once we go through this room and get the fish key, after the cutscene, enemies will roam the halls.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you did.
You're here to find Mary, aren't you, James? Well, have you?
No. Is that why you're here too?
She's here, isn't she? If you know where she is, tell me. I'm tired of walking.
I wish I knew.
But she said it in her letter.
What letter?
Wanna read it? But don't tell Rachel, okay?
Who's Rachel?
She was our nurse. I took it from her locker.
Laura, how old are you?
I turned 8 last week.
So, Mary couldn't have died 3 years ago. Could she really be here? Is this the quiet, beautiful place she was talking about?
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. That's why I'm here. Maybe you'll get it if you see the other letter. The one Mary... Huh? I must have dropped it.
Laura!
I gotta find it.
Laura!
So next we're going to go to the lobby and go behind the reception desk to pick up the key to room 312. Then we'll go up the stairs, and there shouldn't be any enemies in this corridor over here. To the left over here, there's shotgun shells, handgun bullets, and a briefcase on which we use the fish key. Once we have the fish key, or whatever was in there, I think that's the employee elevator key. Yeah, more shotgun shells here, which are literally never going to be used for the rest of the game, by the way. So the two doormen, the abstract daddies over here, we're just going to bully them out of the way by hugging one side of the wall. Then open room 204, there's the employee elevator key. L-O-C-K. There's about 20 different solutions for the briefcase, so if you know the correct order to brute force the puzzle, you actually don't have to go grab the paint thinner. Just kind of drag it, grab it, because it's what I do. No enemies in here quite so soon either. Gotta go in the elevator and check the panel. Can't press anything, obviously. Weight allowance, 1 person. Then we gotta put away everything. Well, almost everything. We don't have to put away the letter from Mary. So now we're running through a basement with like nothing in our inventory. There's the Snow White music box. We go into the side room over here, this break room. There's a couple of boxes of rifle rounds on the top. Next we got the videotape and the can opener. Then we can take the blue door to go downstairs. This was actually the first floor. We can go downstairs into the basement from here. That second mannequin is a little tricky. Kind of have to nudge yourself onto the screen. By the time it nudges, the mannequin will have already aggroed. Just don't move too fast or the mannequin will smack you from off the screen. You won't be able to react or really do anything about it. Use the can opener on the can to open the can of light bulbs, which I don't know who keeps their light bulbs in a can. Once again, dodge these guys, just kind of nudge up. There's a couple more doormen in there, but don't gotta worry about them. Just exit the door, head upstairs. Then we're headed back to the employee elevator so that we can get the stuff. It's actually kind of miraculous that I didn't get hit by either of those mannequins there. But mannequins generally only... The thing about mannequins is they just attack on proximity. And then after that, they just like kind of don't really detect you. They just pretend to be statues, and then suddenly they're not statues. If that makes any sense. So we're putting the Cinderella music box on the left side. I don't know if it's actually different depending on the riddle level. Cinderella on the left, Little Mermaid in the center, and then Snow White on the right. Now that we have the stairway key, we can head upstairs to the hotel room where James and Mary stayed on their honeymoon. We also have that videotape, which we can use in this conveniently placed VCR. Except the videotape is really just an allusion to his wife's murder.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please come to me. You hate me? Is that why you want James?
That voice!
James? Please hurry. Are you lost? I'm here. I'm waiting nearby, James. Please. I want to see you, James.
Man, what the hell is going on with this game? So as we head back down the stairs, we're gonna head westward toward the west hallway. There's no enemies here for a while. We're gonna head down to the last door on the right, and that's gonna teleport us to the last door on the left in the adjacent hallway. No idea how it works, but just accept it, you know, just roll with it. There's a couple of amp pools here too. Equip the handgun here to deal with some of the lesser enemies that are going to appear here in a moment. Suddenly there's old nasty poo-poo water everywhere. Just gotta try to get around these guys here. Head into the bar. I sure do love atonal harsh noise. It's my favorite music genre. pretty lucky not getting hit here too.
Mama! Mama, I was looking for you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away? You're not my mama. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James, give me back that knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No, I'd never kill myself. It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
Man, Angela's story is so sad. So for the hangars over here, we just want to go as fast as we can and not stop. And then there's our save point right here. And I backed out to equip the rifle really quick, because that's the gun we're going to use against Pyramid Head, the twin Pyramid Heads. Pyramid Head fight is pretty straightforward. Requires a bit of fancy button work though.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
So off screen I changed the controls back to the 3D controls so that I can strafe around. But basically what I do is I hold L2 and L1 so to keep the pyramid heads always in view. I'm pretty sure that when they are completely in view, they move a little slower, but they move a little faster off screen. So right about there is optimal range for one shot. This is about a good 2-shot distance right here. But when I'm ready to move, I just release R1. But never at any point in the fight do I let go of the L2 and L1 buttons. In case you're wondering, I have my strafe and R1, L1 buttons swapped, so it's like Resident Evil style, R1 to aim, L1 to look around, L2 and R2 to strafe. You can see they're kind of moving faster. The pyramid head on the left was going to cut me off, so that's why I decided to strafe this way, so I could try to group them back up together. Occasionally I go into the inventory to reload, but always count your shots. It takes roughly 50 shots to take these guys down, like 54. Way, way, way too many bullets. There's a much faster strat with the Great Knife, where you can put yourself against a wall and bounce the knife off the wall a couple of times. I should not have let James reload there. I should have gone into the inventory there. Still good distance to be able to squeeze over there. We're most of the way through the fight, say about 2/3 done. But I am not kidding when I say that it takes way, way too many bullets to kill these guys. Four-shot cycle. It's pretty lucky. This should be another 4-shot cycle right here, I think. Nah, it wasn't, because I wasn't able to keep both pyramid heads in view. But it has to be a very specific circle around the room, holding L2 and L1, and just sort of tapping right in order to keep them in view. This should be a 3-shot cycle? Yeah. No. 2-shot. It had to be 2-shot because then the pyramid head on the left would have actually ganked me. Pyramid head on the left, I can never tell like whether the other pyramid head that I'm not shooting is actually like moving into position to gank, or whether the other pyramid head is simply in the way and he's trying to get around the pyramid head. The pyramid head on the right, I mean. Right pyramid head, left pyramid head, doesn't matter, they both look the same. And the fight is done. With 12 rifle shells to spare. We're just gonna use both of these eggs. Then we're gonna save the game one final time before the fight with Mary. But in between this segment and the next segment, I'm going to deplete all of my ammo to 0 because it is necessary. It is absolutely necessary to decrease your ammo count to 0 for Mary. So now we are at the literal end of the game. I'm actually not sure what influences the difference
Mary?
between the
What do you
leave
want, James?
and Maria ending.
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the
But I wound up getting the Maria ending. You could stop to listen to the dialogue. Up to you, I think. I actually have literally no idea what influences whatever ending you get. I just know that you get in water for taking a lot of damage and not healing, looking at the knife. Listening to all the dialogue. Might be on like a sliding scale or something. I wouldn't know. But either way.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary. I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James. a burden on you. You must have hated me. That's why you got rid of me.
It's true. I may have had some of those feelings. It was a long 3 years. I was tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person? James, do you really think I would ever forgive you for what you did?
So Mary on hard mode is extremely aggressive, and I mean extremely aggressive. About the only way that's actually been found to reliably complete this without taking a hit is by luring her around in a circle throughout the room. Well, more like a box. Lure her around in like a box, or like a rectangle, or an ellipses, or I don't know, man. Just keep moving around. Don't go too far. Don't fall behind. And you have to do this for exactly 10 minutes. You may remember I said earlier that I had to get rid of all my ammo. And yeah, that's what I did. That's why whenever I loaded the start of this segment, it was on a seemingly different file, and that's because I omitted the part where I just held down the R1 and X button and just spammed ammo, because it's like nobody's gonna want to watch that. Like, do you really want to watch that? Do you? Just me shooting into a wall? I mean, Twitch chat might, but I'm pretty sure YouTube would not. So fuck everything about that. Just gonna run around in a circle. But this is pretty much it for the entirety of the run. I don't really have much else to say from here. I guess I could talk about how to get each of the endings, because I was actually linked an endings guide. So for the leave ending, there's it's a bit of a points system. Leave starts at 5 points. And the following adds 1 point each. Listening to the whole sickbed conversation, which is the dialogue that you heard while I was like kind of running my yap in that hallway, but we just kind of skipped it. You have to heal in excess of 200 HP. You have to have never gotten the leave ending, but did get the Maria ending. Or never have gotten the leave ending but did get the in water ending. So basically, if you got Maria or in water, then you're pretty much going to get leave. What will remove a point from leave is going east after meeting Maria and having her remind us of the way to the hotel. The Maria ending starts at 3 points, and these add 1 point each. We either spend 10 minutes or more near Maria. We bump into Maria less than 3 times. I mean, bumping into her is just gonna happen, so they give you like 3 times as like cushion. We either take no damage in the entire game, or Maria takes less than 3% of the damage we get from monsters, and well, I most certainly did not take a single hit, aside from the Pyramid Head cutscene, so Pretty sure it didn't count the Pyramid Head cutscene as no damage. Or it did count the Pyramid Head cutscene as no damage. Wait, didn't count. Didn't. Whatever, it doesn't count as damage. You fucking memesters. Another thing that will actually get you the Maria ending is by checking back on Maria in the hospital. I didn't do that, and I still got the Maria ending in this playthrough. Tried to go back to see Dead Maria in the labyrinth twice, through the white door apparently. Never got the Maria ending, but did get the Leave ending. So, if we already got an ending on the file, then it makes us more likely to get the other endings. So, once I finish this playthrough, I could just load up the same file and get the other endings. For the in-water ending, the things that will influence the in-water ending are reading the diary on the hospital rooftop, listening to the whole sickbed conversation, reading the second message in Neely's bar, not the one that talks about there is a hole here, it's gone now. There's another one that says James should just die, James should be punished. And examining Angela's knife at least once, having a bad health score above 60, having a bad health score above 240. I'm actually not sure what those values mean because I don't know anything about the damage values in this game. Whatever. But as with the Maria and the Leave endings, if you already got those, then you can also get the in-water ending. You're more likely to get the in-water ending if you got one of those two endings. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more endings that you could get in the director's cut. I'm not exactly sure which ones. Wait, no, the dog ending and the ritual ending. I think the ritual ending is unique to the director's cut or Wrestle Streams. And yeah, as I'm sure you saw, I almost got hit there. Whoops. Jesus Christ, this fight is still going. What else am I going to fucking talk about? So we have to hit those point plateaus to get those endings, or is it more about the individual choices within the game? It's like point-based. So some things will weigh heavier than others, and I guess once you've tripped like a certain amount, you are more likely to get one ending than the other. It looks like In Water might actually be like the hardest ending to get. Oh right, the UFO ending was added in the director's cut. And you can also get the dog ending by visiting the doghouse in a New Game Plus save after meeting up with Maria after the apartment complex. And then you use the dog key in the room after you use the videotape in the hotel. I actually got Leave my first playthrough. Jeez, are we done yet? There's still like another 4 minutes. Why won't you remove yourself from the equation? Final boss, please. Like what excess health is? Oh, I see. You know, I might actually go ahead and link this endings guide. I'm gonna do that. I'll put it in the pinned tweet, or the pinned comment in the comments section below. shoutouts to Jokey W for the endings guide. Also shoutouts to UFO Techie and ShadowSurg for some pretty useful videos in figuring out strategies for this run. Also shoutouts to Lone Noob, who was the first person to actually complete no damage on hard. At least to my knowledge. There it is, finally, Jesus Christ. Yep, so if you liked what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CarcinogenSDA. All of my other runs can be found by checking the description. All the playlists are listed right there. I will be uploading the other endings at a later date, but in the meantime, enjoy the Maria ending. Once again, thank you for watching.
You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria? Maria?
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Come on. Let's get out of here.
What about Mary?
It's okay. I have you.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me,
I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
You'd better do something about that cough.